Hey everyone, it is Gabby and it's day 2 of the reorganizing video. If you haven't watched number 1, go ahead and click up in that corner and watch that. If not, I'll go ahead and do a recap. Before, there was posters all along the top over here, and I had a media tower right there in the corner. And this bookcase was actually next to this bookcase right here. The media tower is actually where this video is standing on top of, so I'll show you what that looks like as well. So the first thing I did was take down the posters that I know were going to be in the way, which was the icon and the Big Bang poster over here in the back. And I took down my KPOP poster, my Moonskirt Lovers poster, my 10 centimeters poster, as well as my BTS Young Forever Day version poster. So after I took down all the posters, cleaned up the wall, made it into like that, I took off everything off the media tower onto the bed, cleaned it, as well as cleaned the media tower, added a extra shelf, and then from there I just kind of then put what I wanted on the media tower. This one bookcase that had all my JYP artists, so my JYP, Twice, 2am, 2pm, GOT7, I had gotten them, took them off, laid them up on my bed, and then when it was cleared, I dusted everything and I moved it over against that corner, and then I got all my YG and SM stuff that was on this bookcase right here, which had my BTS and some of my favorite female solo artists. So I took them, and they only had like 2 rows, 1 row each, but I took it and I spread it out, and I'll kind of show you. Okay, so this is the media tower I was talking about. So I added a extra shelf towards the bottom. I kind of moved things a bit, move them closer. But I have just my personal stuff up here. Then I have some standees right here, and also I have like this BTS standee that I just got. So I'm gonna probably just move some of this stuff around. You'll kind of see that later. I got my GOT7 little section right here, my kind of EXO section, my AOMG Illy section, some of my Korean CDs and English CDs. I have more, but they need to be taken out of the back of the car. And then my New Kids VHS. So this is the bookcase I was talking about, that had the YG and SM stuff. So basically, after I had finished up that one, I put all of the JYP stuff onto these shelves and just kind of collapsed them for the time being. And these used to be on this media tower. And I collapsed all of that as well to fit there. So these are some posters that were kind of up here, over there, just everywhere. So then this is what this new bookcase looks like, since I'm buying 2 more today. I'll have them fit in, and I'll tell you my plans for those. So as you can see, I did my YG up here, and I did the concert, the one-time collection right there, then my 21 collection right here, and I just kind of, propped up CD on the back with the 20 with a kind of box. And then I have my Big Bang and Icon, and then over here I have my EXO kind of collection over here, a bit on display, and then the rest of my SM. And obviously I have lots more room at the bottom. I just don't have, it's just like really huge space. And I want to add more shelving at the bottom, so I'm going where the new bookcase is going to go. The new bookcases, one's going to be right here. This one's going to have my rare items, like my 24Ks that are signed and promo singles, D units, my A cores. I have some other ones as well. So those are going to be up on there, and those will probably take about 1 or 2 shelves. And then I'll have the rest of the shelves to keep on growing and stuff like that. Then I'm going to have another shelf right here, and that will be my JYP shelf. And let's see, like this, I would have my JYP 2 a.m., then my 2 p.m., and then I would have my GOT7 going like here. And then this is going to kind of stay my JYP GOT7. I mean, not my JYP, my BTS GOT7. So I'd have my BTS on these 2 shelves. And then I would have my GOT7 kind of like going from this shelf to this shelf in this one line like that. And then obviously I have a extra shelf, and I want to add more shelving at the bottom once I bring that up. I want to make this like my new feature, so whenever I get new albums like the ones I just got in today, I want to properly display them until I do my next reorganizing video. So this will be just for my new stuff. Get all of the girl groups and guy groups and put them underneath these right here. I finished putting them up, and right now it's 7:30ish. I've already set up like the shelves themselves. So yeah, it took me about 2 hours and 15 minutes. For the first one, it took me like an hour and a half, but yeah. Obviously, I'm going to squeeze these together, but it's too heavy with everything in there, so like I said, I'm going to be putting promos and stuff like this on here. This is going to be my JYP. And then along this one, this shelf right here, I will be having my GOT7 transfer like that, if you could kind of imagine. Yeah, so let's get this going.
This is how we do, how we do, how we do. Yeah, how we do, how we do, how we do. 너 자꾸 뭐래요? 완전 어이없네요. Yeah, how we do, how we do, how we do. 뭐라고? 자꾸 터지는 거 제나 차버리지 얹어요 져보는 건데 넌 이미 관심 밖으로 벗어난 지 오래전 그래 내게 정신형이 없던 난 풀려났지 너에게서 콩깍지가 벗겨지는 내가 한심하더라 붙잡지 말고 나주라내지 마더라 뭐래 안 들려 아무리 한가해도 내게 무조건 바쁜 여자 날 그만 놔줘 내게 아무런 의미 없다고 너 제발 질척대지 말고 딴 데 알아봐 넌 나랑 절대 될 일 없다는 걸 제발 좀 말아줘 yeah They call me 철벽냐 널 언제 받아줄 거냐고 대략 천년여 난 내게 맞지 않는 나서 아무리 날 돈을 해봐도 난 절대 안 먹어
Okay, it's done. I'm really satisfied with how it's coming out. I still need to work just a little bit at the bottom and adding extra shelving there, and then I'll be able to kind of spread out some of the stuff. So let me give you just a rundown of everything. So of course we have the tiny media tower that we had moved from this corner over here. So I have just personal stuff up here, then I have some standees, as you can see, a GOT7 kind of thing, and then we just kind of move things around just a little. Okay, there. So I got some of my flight log figures, and then I have my marked kind of photo frame with the little kind of magnet up there. And then I have, sorry about the dogs. So I have the kind of EXO section right here. Got the Luhan with two EXO globes, the Chris as well as the Luhan. Then down here I have my AOMG and ILY kind of section right here. And these are more of my K-pop albums. Over here, they're just in jewel cases. So I have my Xing right here, and then as well as my One Punch album. And I still need to add my English albums down over here, and then I have my New Kids on the Blocks VHS and a printer. So all of this right here is supposed to be for whenever I get new stuff. It's a bit whatever, but until I get new stuff in, this is how I'm going to basically leave it. And whenever I get new stuff in, I'm just going to display it open. So the first thing we worked on the first day was this shelf in particular, where we had cleaned off all of the JYP stuff, took it off of there and moved this from where this one was kind of at down to over here. And remember, I had taken down a whole bunch of posters just so then I could be able to kind of fit this here and actually put some in the picture frames up above. So yeah, this is my YGSM thing going on, and I'll get rid of all of the stuff at the bottom once I get a smaller bookcase to put somewhere else in the room. But yeah, so I put on the KCON poster as well as the Scholar Who Walks the Night poster up there, and I have for my YG, so I got my YG concert, my One Time, my 21 collection, my Big Bang, as well as my Icon. And then below I made this my kind of EXO shelf, and then this is the rest of my SM. So got FX, Red Velvet, Shiny, Taemin, Girls' Generation, Taeyeon, and Tiffany, all going on right there. Then we come over here. As I said, I was going to be putting my promos and stuff, so I put up my 2 a.m. poster, and this was actually where my media tower when it was over here. So, but I put it up there. And so I have my 8 cores right here, my 24Ks right here, my Acumule, my D unit, as well as my 10x10. Because I don't have so much to display, I'm able to use this right here. And I particularly used this for the sister due to the fact that these were bigger, and I kind of had to lean them like so you could properly see all of them, because with Soyu you would get like half of her, and yeah, even though she's in the back, but whatever. And then I got the sister album and the other one, their newest one, right here, so you could kind of see that as well, because I really love this cover. Then obviously we have our girl groups. I didn't really specifically do too much for organizing for everything, so I just kind of colorized a bit, as you can see right here. And I have this Guhara, even though I should probably move it over here, and I'll explain why. Got my AOA, and then I got my kind of 4-minute section towards the end right here. Then, like I said, I was going to do a JYP and the GOT7 crossing over onto the BTS. So we got the Flying US poster with some little kind of printouts that I made. We got the Young Forever night version poster, as well as the Wings poster. But so this is how so it's basically the same as before. The only thing is that I added the new CDs, like the Twice Vice Lane and the 2 p.m. Grown. And I just simply moved this from here to there. So not much has changed with that in particular. I got 7. I was able to spread it out. These USBs right here were actually on the media tower, and I put them right here in my GOT7 collection and just kind of spread everything out. So as you obviously can tell, so I got the first album, second one, then the full album with the Jin Young USB, Just Right, and then the Jackson and Mark USBs, their first anniversary, and then it moves on to this shelf. And we got the Mad, and then the other one, and then I kind of left a little gap right here, and then that would kind of separate it between that and the full Turbulence kind of thing. So we have the Departure, as well as the Monograph, the Turbulence, the Mark is on display, Jin Young is in the case, and then the 2 new arrivals, and then the Turbulence Monograph. And I'll probably move this to go over here once the Arrival gets a monograph of its own. That way it's like a full kind of organized thing. Up here is the BTS, even though I do have my J Park. The J Park is a bit big to be fitting down here, and I didn't feel like moving shelves even more. So I just kind of put him up here, and the smaller kind of just compact is over there. Then I have the Glam CD, and then I have all my BTS right here. Okay, so I fixed it. I just did a little bit of moving around so everything could kind of fit nice and snug. So I just moved these 2 down, and I just kind of pushed everything down and put this on display. Not much. So that is basically the BTS section. And then let's go underneath the GOT7 section. So right here we have like solo artists, others, and then some of the kind of groups towards the end. So I just kind of colorized it over to here, put Lee Hordy on display, put IU, and I put her next to the OST of the drama that she was in. And then I have solo artists over here, and this is why I kind of said I should put a Guhara over here, but I think she looks alright over there. Solo artists, and then from there what I did is I organized the guy groups by the amount of members, and then whenever it's by the members, I did it by their name of the group. So we have 2-1, which is a duo, as well as 2-Bic, and then we have the trios, which is Electro Boys as well as M Black. Then we have the quartet, which is just basically Same Blue, and then we have ones with 5. So we have Astro, B1A4, Boys Republic, and I put Beast on there even though they're officially highlight. And I'm going to put them there until Q pulls through and do the Beast reforming or whatever with Hansong or whatever. Then we got DGNA, Cheongsang, and we got New East and Teen Top. And then it goes to groups with 6 members. So we have Beck Percent. I'm not really sure if it's 5 or 6, but either way, it's in between them. BAP and VIX, and then 7. So we got 24K, B2B, and Infinite, and then we have our the 7 Up, and so it's just Zia and 17. And this is supposed to be obviously like stood up, but it's too large, so I just laid it down like that. But obviously, like I said, I'm going to be adding some more shelves at the bottom, just like one more for each one, so it's like 4 extra shelves, and which does a lot in for me to be able to properly display some of these albums as well, and of course for whenever I grow my YG and SM section. So that is basically it. So hopefully next one you'll see the new shelving at the bottom. And I'll tell you what some kind of things I kind of changed, if I changed anything at all. And then we'll do a new kind of thing and change out probably some of these posters at the top. So yeah, that is basically it. I'm super proud of it. It's come a long way. And it still has more to grow, so thank you for watching. Thanks for the support, and keep watch for more of these kind of videos. Yeah, bye.